Hello, my name is John. I'm here to show you what I found on Mars. I downloaded images from the University of Arizona high-rise website. You can go there yourself. The image that we're going to review and look over, all the information to that is right here, including the coordinates to get there. This is the file you'll download. I'm going to keep it brief. You can pause this video at any time. You can write these addresses down and go there yourself, and you can verify that I have not changed anything on this image. The only thing that we'll do is adjust the contrast as we go using the program, the HighView program that they furnish that you can download for free along with this image. I've already downloaded the program and the image from the website. I'm going to drag it there, and we're going to go there now. I'm going to show you something that there's 7 billion people on this planet, and you're going to be some of the first to ever see this. I've never seen this shown in my entire life. Neither have I seen anything to this magnitude concerning Mars, ever. I have contacted the high-rise website, and they will not comment. They will not confirm nor deny what I've shown them that I have found. They said I'm on my own. So I have this burden. I feel like I should show people this. It's a little shocking. It's nothing like you've ever seen. This is the image. I'll pull up the navigator in a second. We're going to go right over here in this area, right in here. So let me continue to magnify. This program is a little difficult when you're trying to zoom into a particular spot. Right here's where we're going, this whole area right here. And you don't see it yet, but you will in a minute. So let me get over here. There we go. I'm doing pretty good. This is the area. I've got it in the middle of the screen here. You can see something here. It's all around here. And let me pull up the navigator so that you can get the coordinates again. I'll go navigator. And when I put my cursor here, the coordinates will show up here. I'm going to go fast. I need to keep this file size to a limit, or I'll have to redo it. So the coordinates will show up here when I put my mouse right here. You can copy these coordinates. You can download this, the program, the file. You can go here yourself. So this is our area for now. I've got more. You can pause that and get your coordinates. The only thing I do is the default contrast, and then that's it. Okay, so let's zoom in to where I'm going and what I want to show you about. So this area right here, if you're not seeing this guy already, I'll point him out to you. I call this guy the Mayan, Aztec, Inca, I don't know. It's on Mars. And this is north, south, east or west. The image is tilted. I've got, I'll show you one where I captured it. Sometimes I'll snag the area and copy that. And then you can put it in a Windows program. But other than that, you really can't change this using this program. This is his eye. He's got a snake coming out of his mouth. That's his nose. He had a crown up to here. Most of it's smashed. But if you look right here, he's on top of his head. He's still wearing part of this crown that's not damaged. Look at the curve right here. It looks Egyptian. Underneath his face, this is his whole face with the snake coming out of his mouth. You've got this area here, and it looks like a chain with a cutting tool here at the end of the chain, circular device. And it looks like another tool over here attached to a chain right here. And you got this X looking. I used to think that it was his arms or his hands, but I don't think so. I think these two pieces here go together. and it's either symbolic, descriptive, or whatever, but this is a face, and I don't believe that tornadoes done this by accident, or any windstorms or dust storms on Mars. I don't think they went across here and did this by mistake, because you can say that for this, and I wouldn't argue it, but I'm going to show you what's beside this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what this guy looks like rotated. That's him. I rotated it. That's all I did. Nose, eyes, crown. It's smashed up here. Snake coming out of his mouth. The chain with the cutting tool here. A little circular cutting tool. You can see the little teeth. You can see like some type of tool on this chain down here. It's a square underneath the face. And if you look up these Mayan, Inca, Aztec type things, you'll see descriptions or carvings that are similar to this. So let me go back to the original image using what I downloaded. If you'll go above this guy, because you could say that's a coincidence. Maybe it was just a freak of wind damage and it created a face. Well, right beside this guy, this Mayan, Inca, Aztec, is this king-looking guy. Let me zoom in on him. It's right beside him, and you might see other things as we're going, but I'm going to point them out as quick as I can, as accurately as I can. Here he is. He's right there. Let me zoom in. Who is this guy? This is his eyebrow. Follow my cursor. This is his nose, his mouth. Again, north, south. It's kind of, the picture is tilted. And this king-looking guy here, this is his hair, his crown. Like I say, eyebrow, eye, nose, mouth, beard, chin, coming around. He's holding this, it looks like a vulture back here on the part of the head, eye, side of the face. You see a little nostril on the beak right there. He's almost kissing it right there, it almost looks like. Or he's just holding it close to his face, like his pet. But if you look at the end of its beak, it's got like a dodo bird feature. And this is on Mars. I don't know if you have birds like this here on Earth. Maybe. I don't know. It looks like a vulture type dodo bird. He's holding this bird close to his head here. There's his big nose. That's the bird's head here. His hand is over here. And if you'll notice, the dodo birds have little bodies, and that's part of the reason they say they went extinct. They were vulnerable, couldn't fly very well, and they were short, but big old heads with the little thing on the end of their beaks. But this one back here looks kind of like vulture. But he's holding this bird like it's his pet, like he loves it. And don't forget, it's right here beside this guy down here. This guy right here. Now that's 2 in a row, and this ain't it. I don't stop here with this guy. This guy is riding a beast. He's riding like a mule, donkey, horse, and it's right here. Here's the head. Let me zoom into that. And let me point out, there's a little bird right here too beside this bird. A bird, feathered creature that he's holding. And then there's another little bird here. Let me zoom in. See that little beak, little eyeball, the little head here? That's his body. Some of it's broke. A lot of this is damaged. If you go over here, this king that's holding this vulture bird appears to be riding this mule. That's the eyeball. The mouth is pointing towards the ground. Now, you might not understand this, but this is a snake head, and I'll explain that in just a second. This is the donkey's mouth, the eye, and the ears right here. One ear, another ear, and then the back of the neck comes this way. And you can see that this king holding his bird is riding this beast. But what is on this beast's head right here? If you overlook this and this part here, you can make out the donkey, horse, mule. But there's something here on top of the donkey's head. There's a bunch of stuff here all crowded together. What is this on this donkey's head that this king is riding? Well, let me pull up for you a rotated image. I just snagged it like this, and I rotated it so I could put it into Windows. This is the image I snagged. It's rotated about 45 degrees. This is the donkey's eyeball, the mouth. There's a snake head here, and that's for a reason. It gets into this over here. But let's concentrate. What is on this donkey's head? And I don't like saying this, but I'm going to have to do it. It's a dwarf. It's the nose, dwarf's nose, his little eyeball, his big ear. He's wearing a cap on his head with a little thing at the end of the cap. And if you look right here, this dwarf is on this donkey's head, and his hand is over here. You can see the thumb and the fingers, and he's blocking the eyes of this donkey. Now, a horse and a snake don't get along too good, I hear. And if you'll notice, there's a snake head here on this donkey's head, mule, horse, and he's trying to block the eyesight of this creature. Number one, because that guy over here holding this bird, and this one's, it's not complete. This dwarf, and I know his name according to archaeological references here on Earth. I don't want to say the names to these people, but I know their names. I mean, you can try to contact me, and I'll share that with you. I don't want to go public with that. It gets a little strange. But you have this dwarf, that's his head, wearing a little hat, ear, nose, eye, his mouth. He's holding this donkey back from these snakes that are over here. I'll show you them next. But that's rotated. Let's get back to the original. See, that's his head, nose, eye, ear. It's like he has an earring. It's like a gypsy dwarf. That's his hand. You can see his hand clear as day. You can see the donkey's ears. It might have a couple. These are on another planet. The genetics or whatever are different. And this creature here, a lamb-looking tiger kind of thing, I don't know what it looks like a creature. I don't have a name for that. Closest thing I can get to is a lamb. I'm going as fast as I can to try to save time. If you'll notice, this snake head combines into this scaly formation here that comes around. What ties with that? I thought this was a tiger head, but you can look these guys up. They're called nagas. And I'll go as far as saying that since it's just a snake. But these other guys, I don't really feel comfortable saying their names at this time. Maybe later. You can probably figure it out. This snake has 5 heads. There's one. It looks like a tiger, but it's a snake. There's the other head. There's a head here. There's a head here. And then there's one over here. And you can see the scales as it's twisting and winding beside this guy with the big nose. The eye wearing the helmet. A lot of this over here is kind of covered over, and these features here, you can identify this guy carved in stone on Earth. And they debate who did this because they're not sure. Well, I don't know who did this because it's on Mars. So let me get away from this guy with the big nose, eye, the helmet with the little triangular things on top, and he's got the 5 snakes beside him. This dwarf is hiding this donkey's head because this guy over here is riding it, this king, this godlike king person, holding his vulture looking bird that has a dodo bird beak right here, small feathered bird, beside, I done messed up. Give it back to me now. Okay, beside, like I say, the Mayan guy. Better if I just zoom out. This guy here, bird, smaller bird, dwarf on donkey's neck, head, hand, dwarf's hand, right there. 5-headed snake. One of the heads is right there. One head's that way, pointing towards this guy. One here, there, and there. Let's go over here and see what's beside that, because and there's stuff all over this image, and I don't have enough time to cover it all. I'm going to skip a bunch. I'm trying to point out the most discernible. And there comes my next guy. And I'm going to show you this guy that's carved in stone on Mars is also carved in stone on Earth. I'm trying to center him in here. You might see his little head there. Well, let me show you what's in front of his head. This is a hard video to do. I actually posted and then I ended up removing them. It was going in all directions. And I can understand why. I have no reason to lie about this or fake it or anything. A lot of my friends and family, I've shown them. This guy here, if you'll notice his head, let me try this again. Well, I'm not sure. Well, we'll just leave the contrast at that. This is his face, his nose, little mustache, chin. He's wearing a little helmet. And this guy, with his necklace, I'm going to show you the proof on this necklace around his neck here. That's his face, eyebrow. Look at those eyebrows. He's behind two horses. Here's a horse here. There's the ear, a harness right here coming across the top of the nose, nostrils in here, and then the mouth, the eye, ears. That's a horse head. And his arm, this guy, his little arms reaching out. And he's got a harness in his hand. If you'll notice, the rope comes out of his hand, down through here, across through here. It's like it's flapping in the wind. He's in motion. And he's got another arm that stretches out over to here because there's another horse. This horse is pointing this way. This horse is pointing this way. They're at different angles, but both of them have harnesses on their noses, on their heads. There's a harness, and here's a harness. They're at different angles. There's the nose and the mouth, and this one's eyes back in here. So there's two horses. He's got one hand on this one, one hand on that one. He's got the harness. He's got a flag behind him here, and he's got these little pointy things on his little helmet. This guy, he looks kind of bold. Let me show you who this guy is according to earthly references. Here he is, and you can type this in, Impossible and Mysterious Temples of India, and go here on YouTube and pull this guy up. It's at the 13.21 point in the video that I found this. It's the same guy on Earth, carved in stone. This guy here, that's his nose, his mustache, and look at his necklace coming down. And at the end of the necklace, you have this, I'm not sure, I don't ride chariots every day, but whatever that is, it's hanging from his necklace. And this guy, he's holding either a club or a flag, or both, behind him. And you can see these, I snagged this off the image that we were just looking at. It's the same necklace right here, coming around his neck. It's the same man, the same guy, person, deity, whoever, same person on Mars. And you can see his arm, his two horses. They're ruined. The conditions on Mars, what would last there very long? So I don't know the age of this. It could be 30,000 years, 7,000 years, maybe 3,000 years ago. I don't know. But this is him, his necklace, and the thing at the bottom of his necklace right here, you can see it's attached right here, just like this guy. The bottom of the thing at the bottom of his necklace, going around his neck. Little things back here flapping. He's got a club in this one. I don't see it in this one over here. It's just his arms are over here. It's like he's got the flag or thing behind him, maybe. Same necklace, same guy, same two horses. Okay, let's get back to the original. This is him, the two horses, two ears, and then I would confuse this part. That's his hand as one of the ears. There's ear, hand. And then you got a hand that goes here. Maybe this is his fingers. I'm not sure. But it's on this horse's head, top of its head. He's holding the reins. And if you look over this way, You can find what looks like to be a chariot. The chariot didn't quite make the erosion period, but you can discern it. I don't want to discuss the chariot, but I can see it. So let's go to what's next. All these guys are going in the same direction. And I asked myself, why are they all going in the same direction? On my way to the dragon, I'm going to show you that there is a beast here. Let me see, wait a minute. Here, right here, it's like a rhinoceros. That's a mouth, eye, horn, nostril, feet. I'll zoom in a little on that. Wrong way. I don't like to stay on these ones that are a little bit vague, very long. You know, it might be hard for you. There's like a rhinoceros head right here with two little ear kind of things there. Eye, mouth, horn, nostril, mouth, feet, and it looks like it has a rider. This looks like a pig right here with a harness on it. With a harness on the pig. Well, I don't concentrate on that, but here's a beast. That's his mouth. You can see the teeth coming out. Some are going up, some are going down, and you can see the top of its head. And it has riders also, and if you want to see more about that, you might just download the image yourself and go there, but there's not a whole lot, but you can make this out. I'm not trying to imagine. I'm trying to be real with what I'm seeing. I want to know what this is. I contacted the University of Arizona, and like I said, they wouldn't confirm or deny anything, and I sent them, talked directly to them through email. They won't answer the questions that I really had. As a matter of fact, they responded with responses that had nothing to do with my questions. So, you know, I give up. I'm showing you the dragon right here. That's the nose. Look at the teeth. That's a front tooth. This is the back tooth, and this is the mouth. You can see the whiskers in between here. This is a dragon. They're all running from the dragon. Now, let me zoom out and show you where this dragon... We're still in the same area. All these guys are here together. You got this little... whatever saurus here. And you got this big dragon coming across here with his neck bending around, and his body's down here. Maybe he's got some feet in this area. You can see devices as if he was... You can even see a chain that comes from his neck over here to these devices. Mechanical driven devices. It's almost like they would really... It's like the chain broke and these guys are running from this dragon. Well, let me show you the reference to the dragon, because that's hard to see. I snagged it and I pulled up another picture concerning the dragon. It's kind of like this. Some of this ain't there. But if you look at the head, the nose, the teeth are a little different, eyes. It's the same posture almost as this guy. And his neck is stretching out. Maybe he's fixing to breathe a puff of fire this way, but the guy on the chariot is definitely moving out of the way. And these guys below this man, below this dragon, like I said, you can pause this video at any time and look in better detail. So let's get back to the original. Let me zoom out at this dragon. This is his face, his head, teeth, nose. You can zoom in on the whiskers, and his head is reaching around. He's like standing in this area, and his neck stretching out. And all these guys, there's the one on the chariot, the one with the two horses here. He's running this way. They're all going this direction. Even these animals in between, the little pig, little pigs. Okay, so let me get back and keep this real, because all of this is in the same spot. I didn't go 5 miles away and find this. They're all right here together. And see, here's the dragon. Here's the dwarf, the mule, the king holding his bird. And let's get to the Mayan Aztec guy. It's right next to it. And then I'll show you one more feature. But there are things all around this that I can't probably put it all in this video. So here's the Mayan Aztec. And if y'all, let's zoom in one more time a little bit. My main area is around the Mayan guy. It wasn't until later that I saw the dragon, and then the guy pulling the chariot with the two horses. I know his name. I know the dwarf's name. I know this guy's name and his. You can find that information on this planet. But my question is, why have we not been told about this? Is this a prank by NASA? Did the University of Arizona alter these pictures? I don't know that. Everything I'm giving you is my opinion. If you don't agree, I understand. But a lot of this, I stared at it for a week, and I didn't see half of it at first. And then it started popping out. So it could take time. So here's the Mayan Aztec, the king holding his vulture. He's riding this mule. You got creatures here. There's others all around. What is this guy? How about well, over here. Let's get on to the Martian swan that I have for you. They're all together right here. Over here is where we're going now, right beside this guy and all of these. We're going to go over here, and then I'm going to end this video. And if you want to see that rotated, I've got it captured, this area here, and then I rotated it. That's all I did was rotate it. There's the king holding his vulture bird, that vulture head king. It's like he loves his pet, little bird there. The dwarf, the Aztec, Mayan, Inca. You got this character here with another feature here. It'll show up on the other image. You can pause it. And they're all there. There he is. I got to keep to the time limit here, or I'm going to go over file size. Let's get over across. We got two more things to discuss, two more spots right here in the same area. I call it the Martian swan, and that's just my opinion, or just really what I use for a reference. And I'm trying to center it. And I'll just tell you, I'm going to show you a bird, water bird-like looking creature and two tigers. But let's get there. We got to zoom in first. Let's go to the Martian swan first. Follow my cursor on this. There's the eyeball. A little horn on top of his head, maybe, or ear. Nostril. Beak. That's the head. Neck comes around and goes this way. Tail feathers. Another one there. And then two top feathers in the air. And then back to the head. It's like it's in water. Little feet down here or something. Okay, let me pull that up for you. But if you'll notice right here, there's a tiger here with a tiger on its back. And you can see the tail of this tiger, the little one, that's on this one's back. You can see the tail in the air coming through here. This is the tail. This is the tail shadow. So let me pull you up. This one kind of requires a little description. This ain't the greatest. This one's actually a little blurry. I thought I had a better one. I think I lost that one. The eye of the swan, nostril, beak. Let me zoom out. You can look at these labels. The ears. You can see the nose of this little tiger, the two eyes, the paws reaching up. This tiger goes all the way back to here. It's his hind legs. A little tail coming across here. This is two paws, two eyes, nose, mouth, ear. Ear looks like Tigger too. And then you got this little tiger jumping on his back right beside this swan. And if you'll look at my labels, I did this on a quick run around when I actually was discussing some of this with the University of Arizona. I did a couple quick throws and This isn't a very good one, but you can see the tiger's two eyes, two little ears, paw reaching up on the rock. His back comes across. This little tiger is jumping on his back. It's like they're playing. You can see his tail in the air by the shadow. That's a tail. This little creature, I think it's a tiger. This one looks definitely like a tiger. It looks like an earthly tiger. I don't know about this one. It's got kind of a triangular head. It's a reflection. Maybe it's broke. This swan over here, a little beak, nostril, eyes, top feathers, tail feathers. It's right there. They're all together, and there's this right here. What type of reptilian skull? Is that another vulture skull right there? Half of it's gone. And then remember, there's that creature, this goofy looking face. I don't know. Maybe that's just rocks. It's all rock, but maybe this is just a coincidental that it's like something's laughing. I can't explain that. Again, there's stuff all around this that I haven't even pointed out and don't have time to point out. I encourage you to, if you want, to take the time, download it yourself. My coordinates are here. Let me give you those coordinates again. I'm going to flash them. That's them. Pause the video. They're all there. So, what am I forgetting? Here, I'll give you a couple random things. Same image, you know, you can go. Let me zoom out. Here's the area pretty much we've covered. And let me zoom out. And you can see, you know, this is way zoom out. And it just keeps getting smaller and smaller. And to go from here and find that stuff, it takes a lot of work. And I don't know why anybody hasn't ever been shown this or told about it. It can't be just my imagination. There's just too much there. I was going to show you here on this image. You can pull this up. The coordinates are here. What are these two characters here? This. It looks like something that was even alive at once. I don't know. Maybe it's just a carving in stone too. But these look like the same type of species, or that they're close. Ram horns or something here on top of two eyes, nose, mouth with teeth. Look at the beaver tooth there, nose, eye, with some type of ram horn or something. Mantles and flows in Moro Crater. That's the image we've been looking at since we started. There's the coordinates. The coordinates might be there, and it might be a little rough, but you need to zoom in. You've got to zoom in just right, or you may not exactly see this. And I could be off on some of my coordinates. It'll be in the area. And even I have to look a little while. That was that. Let me show you this one I got. Same image that we've been reviewing. There's the coordinates right here. You can pull them up. I got two underground entrances. This one, if you look, it looks like a post, and it goes underground. Maybe it was an above ground structure at one time, but it's slightly buried now. But, you know, that looking like an underground garage entrance, definitely, is one thing. But when you look at this creature with its neck sticking out here, it looks like a Geico dinosaur. Long neck, eye, nose, coming in between the openings, sticking its, like it's looking around at the time the image was taken. So is this a creature that's living, or is it just rocks? Your guess is as good as mine. Look at it as long as you want to. But that definitely is a structure. And some of it's covered in. You can still see the post. And there's another one. It's on the same meridian line. Across from it in another location is another, what looks like an underground entrance. Post. It's not the same, but it's similar. And it goes underground. You can see the dark entrances and these columns. Post. There that is. There's all your information. You can go there. You'll find that. What else do I have? This one is really Disneyland. There's the coordinates. He's a little hard to find, but he's there. I pulled up this guy. I used him for reference. But look at this. It's it's on the surface on that image that we've been looking at. These are your coordinates. Go there. You'll find him. You got to zoom in just right. It looks like a World War II fighter pilot here with his collar. It's similar to this man. You know, we've seen this guy in the movies. But this guy with the big nose, you can look this guy up. And he always has a big nose with the fighter cap, Air Force. And that's just funny. I think that is so funny, but it looks real. So I don't know what to say about that, but it's there. I don't mean to say all the time, but here's the description on that one more time. Kind of a brief description. This one I didn't rotate. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. I've done the best I can do with this. This isn't a hard. This one isn't an easy story to tell or to show. I haven't altered these photos other than adjusting the contrast in the program given. You're seeing it just like I downloaded it, and you can go there using the links, and you will see there's nothing that I have changed, not one rock. So I hope you like it. It's mind-boggling. My question is, did they fake these? Have these been faked by NASA? Have they been faked by the University of Arizona high-rise website? Or are they real? I can't get an answer from anyone. I've tried. And I've even talked to investigative journalists, and they won't comment either. It's like maybe they're aware and they're scared, or maybe there's a conflict with their stories. But I have nothing to gain from this. Not really. Matter of fact, I've lost money doing this. But I think everybody should know this, or at least be aware. Are we being lied to, or is it being hidden from us? I don't know. But thank you for your time. Everyone take care. See you on my next video. I've got one that's going to take a little more work. And it's more mind-boggling than this one. I'm going to try to get that posted soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.